Okay, so today we're going to talk about writing linear equations. We're going to get that started. We're going to do this a couple different ways. We've already done this a little bit with graphing. You were given a graph and then you had to write the linear equation for that in slope-intercept form. Today you're going to be given a point that's on the line and the slope, and you'll have to figure out what is the equation. Okay, so that's our learning target. Before we get going, I'd like you to estimate how many tissues do you think are in the Kleenex box there on the right. Okay, so when we write linear equations, most common form, again, we said is slope-intercept form. Another form is standard form. We've talked about both of those. And so just a quick review, reminder that this slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, is called slope-intercept form because you need the slope and you need the y-intercept, those two pieces of information, to be able to write it, okay? So if I said, hey, the slope was 2 and your y-intercept was negative 11, you could say that the equation then is y equals 2x minus 11, and you'd have your equation. You would just need these two pieces of information though. Okay, so today we're going to see if we can write an equation. We won't be given everything we need though. Okay, all right, so write an equation in slope-intercept form with the given information. Your assignment will look similar to this. Okay, they're going to give you two pieces of information, a point that's on the line. This is a point that lies on the line, and this is the slope. Remember, that's m. Okay, now if we think about this visually, what's really happening? I've got a line with a slope of 2, which might look kind of like something like this, okay? There's a point that's on the line, okay? Maybe like that's 4, 1, okay? And this has a slope of 2 is what it says. Okay, so what we really need to find is, what is the equation for this line right here? What is that equation? And we're going to write it in slope-intercept form, which, reminder, is y equals mx plus b. Okay, so notice we are given the slope. So we do have that information. So I can start by saying y equals 2x plus b. Okay, now, am I given the y-intercept? This is not my y-intercept. So no, I don't have the y-intercept. I don't have the b value. So I have to figure that out. And that's what we're going to do here and problem solve a little bit. A reminder that when we're given an ordered pair, the first coordinate is your x, the second one is your y. So what that means is I can use that to figure out what b is. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute this right here, and I'm going to put this right here, and then I'm going to solve for b. So let's do that. This would be 1 equals 2. Now x is right next to the 2. Remember, that means multiplication, so I'm going to put that in parentheses. So this is 2 times 4 plus b. Okay, good. Now I just need to simplify and then solve. We did a lot of solving equations at the beginning of the year, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit more comfortable with those. Probably did that a lot last year. 2 times 4 is 8, so now I can just replace this, right, with 8. Okay, so now I need to get this by itself. That means I have to get rid of that 8. Well, how do we do that? Remember, we do the opposite. So this is a positive 8, so that means we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to subtract 8. But I can only do that if I keep it balanced on both sides of the equation. So on the other side of the equal sign, I'm going to have to also subtract 8. Okay. Now, I can go from here, and I'll have what b is. So 1 minus 8, that's negative 7. Again, if you're not great with integer subtraction or addition, then just open up your calculator and use that. Okay, you say, all right, what is 1 minus 8? I get negative 7. Okay, so that's, use your calculator if you have to, so you know you have the right answer. Okay, bring my equal sign down. So I've got equals. This cancels to 0. That's what you want. And you've got b. So my y-intercept, or my b value, is -7. Now lastly, what you have to do is write your equation, because that's what it tells us to do up here. Write an equation. So all I have to do now is take this and put it here. Okay, so my equation is going to be, I'm going to switch to a different color here, y equals 2x, and then my y-intercept is -7, or my b value, so I'm going to write -7, and there we go. This is the answer, though, that you should be writing. Okay, don't just stop here that you're not done. Okay, so there we go. So this y equals 2x minus 7 would be the equation for that line right there. Okay, and now we've got it. And we only had 2 pieces of information there, and we were able to figure that out. Okay, let's try another one so you get used to how this works. Okay, once again, you want it, this is my slope, that's my m, and I want the equation in y equals mx plus b form. So I like to write that out. Now I know that this is going to go here, so I'm going to start by doing that. -3/4 x plus b. All right, and then next I say, all right, I know that this is x and this is a y. This is a point that's on the line, okay? X is going to go here, and y is going to go here. Okay, so I'm going to replace those 2 values with 8 and -2. So let's do that right now. -2 equals -3/4 times 8 plus b. Okay, so now I'm going to see what I've got. I'm going to simplify. So I have to multiply these 2 things. What's -3/4 times 8? Okay, let's see. Now when I do fractions, remember I like to have these in parentheses. So parenthesis -3 divided by 4. And then the 8 was also in parentheses, so I'm going to do that. And since they're right next to each other, remember that means times. So I'm good. So I get -6 when I multiply those together. Okay, so let's go back. So this is, when I multiply these 2 together, I get -6 and then plus b. All right, now once again, I need to solve for b. That means I need to get this by itself. So in order to get the b value by itself, I have to get rid of this. Okay, well, how do I get rid of a -6? I do the opposite. I'm going to add 6. If I add 6 here, I have to add 6 on the other side of the equation as well. Okay, so now here we go. -2 plus 6. Again, let's say you don't know what that is in your head. That's okay. -2 plus 6, you get 4. Okay, so I'm going to write 4. Equal sign comes down. These cancel out. B is equal to 4. So then write your equation now. Don't forget that step. So I'm going to put 4 in place of b now. So my equation now is y equals -3/4 x, and then b is 4, so plus 4. Right? Notice my m right there, my b value right there. Okay? So that's my answer. Y equals -3/4 x plus 4. And that's how you do that. That's how you write an equation in slope-intercept form when you're given a point and the slope. Okay. So on your assignment, there are 8 problems where you have to do this. I think you can get this done pretty quickly. Hopefully this makes sense. Don't forget to write this into your planner or your student assignment book. Writing linear equations, point and slope worksheet when you're given the point and the slope. Okay, again, write it in there so you've got it and you can check it off when you get it done. All right, hopefully this makes sense. Have a good one. Bye.